Alright guys, let's talk about Lion King 2019, the essentially shot-for-shot remake of the animated film The Lion King. Now, even though I said that, I feel like even though I know what this movie is, I know exactly what type of movie this is. This is a cash grab from Disney, an obvious one. This is almost shot-for-shot like the original movie. Um, but I'll say this, even though I can't give any real, defenses to why this exists, because there really aren't for me, I did enjoy this still overall. I thought that because I'm such a big Disney fanboy, I was like, it's okay if you can take my money, Disney. Just take all my money because The Lion King was a movie that I watched as a kid dozens of times. Loved The Lion King. Reviewed it recently and reviewed Lion King 2 and 1.5 as well, in anticipation for this movie. And going into the movie, because it's in such a strange position where it's the same movie again, I wasn't really bored throughout the movie because it is the same movie. I was watching The Lion King, but just in live action. And so I was never disinterested or even disliked the movie. I still like it. I think that it's fine because it is just copying the first movie again. But the thing that I did appreciate, there were a couple tiny little things that I appreciated, which were I actually appreciated Beyonce as Nala. I thought that she was actually really good, even though she's not in the movie as much as I thought. But to be fair, they're kind of copying everything from the first one, and Nala wasn't in the first one as much either. So I thought she was good. I thought that she actually surprised me because she's not a person I thought. Like, I don't listen to her music, and I don't know if I've seen her in many movies, but she was good in this movie. I thought she worked fine. And honestly, Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen as Timon and Pumbaa are genuinely hilarious, and I love the fact that they did change up in some of their jokes. Um, for example, like Billy Eichner is way more. I mean, he was already sassy in the other one, but he's way more sassier in this one. And it cracks me up whenever Billy Eichner says, as Timon, whenever Simba meets Nala again as an adult, and he's like, Nala, she's my best friend. And then Timon just looks deadpan and says, well, that hurt. Like, I thought that was really funny because Billy Eichner did bring a more, a different performance. And Seth Rogen is really, really great casting for Pumbaa. Like, his voice, I think, works very, very well. It really fits the character. Both of them fit those characters very well and were very funny and just charming. And I really appreciated that, too. Um, and there was a joke in this movie that was weird. At first, I was like, are you kidding me? Are we really going with this? Where, I don't want to spoil it, but whenever Timon and Pumbaa have to distract the hyenas, instead of doing the thing they did in the original movie, they sing a song. And it's a song from a Disney movie. And I was sitting there like, what? Like, it was just weird. I was like, okay, this is very interesting. But it paid off in a good joke. I thought that the joke landed, and I thought it was pretty funny. Um, so I like that as well. But these aren't really super negatives. But also, I didn't feel like all the other actors were amazing. Like, they were serviceable. Like, Donald Glover is serviceable. He's not. He reminded me, like, the way he spoke in his cadence sounded like Matthew Broderick, and I didn't think that's what they were trying to do, make it sound so much like Matthew Broderick. And he sounded like him, and I thought that was pretty funny. But I liked Matthew Broderick more, even though Donald Glover is great. He's had a great track record in all of his movies, and in this movie, he's just fine. It's not, like, his fault. He's just kind of copying the same lines from the other movie. Um, I liked Beyonce. I liked Alfred Woodard as Sarabi, the mom, Simba's mom. James Earl Jones is back again, of course, and he's good. He's older. You can tell he's older, but he's good. And I'm trying to think of who else. Rafiki's fine. And the voice acting. Oh, and Chichuel Ejiofor. I just said his name really wrong. I just butchered that. It's like probably the worst butchering of his name ever. But the guy who voices Scar, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I know I probably said it even worse this time, but that guy is in this movie. He's totally just like he, like Donald Glover, who are great actors, are just like they're not that they're just okay. in terms of Simba and Scar, these voices are just okay. They're not anything that's like memorable. Like they're really not memorable, and it is a shame because those two actors are great in other movies, and it's just like they were just they were forgettable in their roles. And it's interesting because this movie again copies the original so close, but it has a couple different things that I did appreciate about it. Like I said, Timon and Pumbaa I thought had great funny banter, and they had some great one-liners. And I thought Beyonce was good. I thought that Alfre Woodard was good. Donald Glover and Chiwetel Ejiofor they're both okay, serviceable hero and villain. James Earl Jones is good. And the visuals are good. I think that I like the fact that even though this is a live action movie, it's not really. It's CG animated. Everything is animated, just like The Jungle Book, because Jon Favreau directed that as well, who did that movie. This is all animated, and you can't really tell for the most part. I mean, you know whenever it's a animated animal as opposed to real life, but they're getting so good at it now that that it just looks very good. And this movie really does pop in just how visually striking it is. Even though there are moments that are in the original movie that work better, there are some good visual shots and standouts in this movie as well. So I like that. And the music, even though it's the same music as the original, I thought was good. It was fine. I thought that the original movie, rewatching it, the music I don't like as much. I like the score, but not the songs as much. The songs are fine, but there are way more Disney movies in the '90s that I really listen to the music for. Listen to the songs more. In the original Lion King, I kind of didn't like the songs as much as I used to. And in this, it's the same case. Like the songs are just fine. They're good. They're serviceable. But the musical score is great, like the original, But again, what I'm saying is this is just the original movie again with a live-action coat of paint. Live action. But overall, Lion King 2019 to me was just, yeah, it's a pointless movie, but I didn't care. I enjoyed it. I liked it. There were a couple little things I liked. There were a couple little things that I liked less. And to me, it's just because I'm such a big Disney fanboy, I did enjoy watching this, and I will watch it again. I could see myself seeing it again. I enjoyed all the other live-action remakes, even though a lot of them are the same as the original, which a lot of people complain about, which I feel like people should just get over, because I feel like they don't understand, like, this is gonna be the same movie. Like, it's just Disney. They're just gonna do the same thing again for money. And, I mean, it's cynical, but, being such a fan of Disney, I don't care. I'm just take my money, Disney, is all I could say. But that's my review on Lion King 2019. If you like this, check out my links in the description below for Twitter, Patreon, Letterboxd, our group Horror Enthusiast 101 on Facebook, and tell me down below what you think of the new Lion King 2019. And thank you guys so much for watching.